just in case you haven't known this to present, there has been a decline in the black community, especially within the Western Hemisphere. There has been a social decline. There has been a psychological decline to the point where mental health cases are rising. There has been a political decline to the point where we don't have people to represent us within those positions where the government makes those choices to provide benefits as a result of the years of oppression and slavery that we have experienced as a result of the system created with the opposing power in hand. If you look at black people right now, and I'm probably gonna get a lot of backlash for saying this, but the truth hurts. The black man, or even black people, have reached a point where I want to say we, but I want to say they are tired of being black. They're tired of black features. They're tired of the price that comes with being black. They're tired of living in the black communities. And what has happened as a result of this is there have been inner conflicts within gangs, violence. And here's the problem. You cannot ever, or rarely should I say, blame the police for taking an unarmed black man's life when we as a people have been known to do that to each other for years. It happens in the rap game. It happens to a lot of us who try to branch out of that era that we felt like we were systematically oppressed and we wanted more. It's like we're crabs in a bucket, okay? One crab is climbing out, the other crab just brings him down. So as a result of this complex dynamics that have been created by us and for us, we have ceased to be or represent the black community. We are bought into the stereotype of North America. We are bought into the athletic stereotype, where we believe the only way we can make it out is to be an athlete, to be a rapper, to be an R&B singer. You need to understand the politics of other cultural communities, and then you'll understand what I'm saying when I ask you, in what community is a rapper, is a singer, is a bowler considered a leader? These people have scientists, engineers, but we unfortunately do not have the right tools, the right schools, the right knowledge, the foundation, the equipment. And unfortunately, we cannot put ourselves into these positions because we do not believe that we could ever achieve this. Deep down inside, there is a vision that 99% of black people hold, and that vision is almost like, what would it be like if I were white? What would it be like if I had long hair, if I had a pointy nose, if I had money, if I had a white girlfriend, if I lived in a white community, if I had the white man's money, if I had the white man's house? Granted, that's a fair vision to have. I mean, if you consider the state of people who are growing up in these middle to low class, mostly low class economies, it really reaches that point where even if you branch out, the only way you're going to branch out is by integrating with the white person, or at least it appears to be that way. So when you look at black people now, we have been stripped of our culture. We have been stripped of our personality. We have surrendered everything that made us culturally significant to the opposition. You want to know who controls the ball games that all of our aspired athletes are placed into? The white man. Do you want to know who controls the industry and all those contracts and distributes the payments for all of those streams and listens? The white man. We have surrendered our dominance, our culture. Even when you look at black people now, we don't believe that we can ever be successful by kind of coming together as a community and doing for ourselves the same thing that the white man has done for himself and his people. Tell me something, okay? And this is going to get a little bit political. If African Americans built the foundation of the US, made the buildings, served to who believed was in power, why can't we reverse our psychology and do that for our own community? Why are we still stuck in that mentality that has been placed to us by the false promises of integration proposed by the opposing race? A lot of people will think I'm being controversial, but I'm telling you right now, there is no white man, and you gotta believe it from my experience, there is no white man, or very few, little to no white men who will want their son or their daughter interracially interacting with a black man or a black woman. And this is the sad reality of the situation we face. How many interracial couples do you know that are successful? How many do you even know in general? And I'm not talking about your celebrity puppets, because all of those clashed and all of those fell down for a reason. They fell down because the only way we as black people would ever survive in that type of environment or situation is if we surrender our power, surrender our culture, surrender everything we have, okay? And I'm telling you right now, life isn't supposed to be that way. The same thing that they have done for their community, I believe we should do for our own. And unfortunately, we won't come to this realization for as long as we stay asleep, stay just broken in blaming everybody around us and not looking ourselves in the mirror, okay? So here's my deal. I believe that black people need to wake up and deprogram themselves from everything that the white man had ever taught them. And by doing so, you can perfectly or analyze the situation from a perspective that will truly allow a reasonable judgment as to whether you believe you deserve to be treated as such, whether you believe you deserve to be living in the stereotypes that they presented to us, being the ghettos, and basically just not even feeling that promise that was given to immigrants, even in general, okay? Focus on everything that's going on around you. Pay attention. Start writing and journaling down these situations. You cannot tell me right now that we can create a country of unity for as long as there is a divide and power structure. And you can't really tell me at this point that we're going to reach a point of equilibrium unless we get it for ourselves. When you build your own economy, build your own wealth, create your own house, create your own business, then you can put yourself in an adequate position to start considering mixing and integrating with whites. But if you don't have that foundation, and if you are being paid by the white man, and if you are being supplied benefits and help and support by the white man, you are putting yourself in a very vulnerable position by accepting his crumbs of the pie while he is indulging in his slice. Recognize what I'm saying with a pinch of salt. At the end of the day, it is an opinion, it is a perspective, and it's something that I'm hoping will bring clarity to the situation that we face.